Hey guys, Anfield here with another replay for you. This was sent in by RKSDIABL02. He's from Relic Armored Auxiliary, our both training and retirement division. We basically have it for players that we want to put in there, that we want to train up, and then later transfer into one of our three main clan war divisions. So this is a tier 6 game. They're playing the KV1S, all three of them actually in his platoon. They've got Tiburos and GT Smoker. And they've gotten Fisherman's Bay, which is a decent map. Now, as for my own part in this, I don't play a great deal of low-tier games. I find that the general ability of the players in these games severely lacks in comparison to the tier 10. Now, don't get me wrong, there are terrible players that play tier 10 tanks, but I find it's worse than these tiers, and I also believe that they're not quite as balanced as well, and because the hit points are so low and yet there's still these huge guns, it just seems like you get taken out almost instantly, and it just doesn't seem as fun to me. And I like the strategy that's involved in tier 10 gameplay, bar artillery perhaps. But regardless, we've got three KV1Ss here. They're our favorite tank for the tier 6. I think it's medium tank companies, or for tank companies. As far as I know, I don't really play tank companies for myself, and if I do, they're always absolutes. I don't ever play the champions or mediums or anything, but only when I'm begged to play absolutes will I even play absolutes. I just think it's kind of lame and kind of really easy, to be honest with you. This Su-100 is driving up his butt at the moment, which is kind of weird, but, you know, all the power to him, I guess. If he wants to do that, that's what he's going to do. Red name's going to red name. Now, RKS is being really aggressive here. He's, not aggressive, but he's being very, I don't know what the word is, very, God, I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. This is the worst commentary in the world. But he's not being as careful as he probably should be. He was going in between areas that are common grounds to be shot at, and he's probably going to get this guy here, yeah. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. Actually, if you have a look on the gameplay, as I was talking about, if you have a look, there's only 2 players there that don't have red efficiency, and there is only 3 players that have above a 50% win rate. So, on his team, I didn't even look at the other team, which is a little bit better, but not amazingly. That's what I was talking about. Anyway, so he does have a kill so far. He managed to get it's one of the French TDs, right? Yeah, the SAU-40. It's an odd-looking tank, but a lot of the early French tanks are. There's one that looks like a duck. His team has no control over the middle at the moment, is what I'm noticing, and the one flank is only guarded by one VK3601. That was a good shot in the Churchill there. He needs to be really careful that they don't get flanked, because they don't control any of the middle, and they can just be shot into from the middle. So it's going to be difficult for them to do anything. And there's platoon just got a really good ram. Good shot in the Panzer IV-S there. Looks like Tiburos is ramming everything to death, but whatever works. You know, you finish off guns. A tank that has 1 HP can still fire on you and your allies, so it's always good to take them out. They're still being aggressive, though. They seem to be okay. Their other platoon mate, their other KV-1S, is actually hanging back at around the back of town at the moment. I'm not sure what he's actually doing, whether he's disconnected or something. No, he's moving. I'm not sure whether he just was unsure whether he should go back or not. But hopefully their teammates, or the Hellcat just actually died. But hopefully they're able to deal with that Churchill 1 that's in their base at the moment. One thing I don't like having happened to me is being what I call bitch capped, is when you're winning a game quite handily, but because you're too slow to get back, or you can't reset and your teammates are too retarded to reset the cap. I don't like being bitch capped, which is what's happening to them right now. GT Smoker, by the looks of it, is the other KV-1S, is elected not to return. I don't think that's a good decision. I think he should be going back, and I also think that RKS should probably also be heading back himself right now. He really didn't need to help his platoon mate with that tank. It was gonna die. All he was doing is delaying, and you know, he should be probably where that MAA1 is by now. Hopefully they're able to reset. I haven't seen this replay before, and it wasn't sent to me from WoT Replay, so I don't actually know what the result is going to be. But he's done well so far. He's done 1,821 damage, which is a good amount of damage. Obviously, it doesn't do you a whole lot of good when you lose, so let's hope they're able to reset appropriately. The KV-1S is considered by many to be kind of overpowered for its tier. It's got such a huge gun. It's basically the KV-3 of its time, so we'll see what happens. The KV-3 used to be tier 6 for those of you that are relatively new to this game. They've still got only one on the cap, which is good. It's the Churchill. Now it looks like RKS doesn't carry any HE rounds. Now I disagree with that. I think you should have some. Personally, I only carried 2 on all my tier 10s anyway, but at least one is good, and they did manage to get that Churchill out. There'll be good defense points for GTS Smoker there. Really good move. They were able to reset the cap in plenty of time, but I still think they're a little lucky that they didn't have anything else on cap. But you can also see what I was talking about getting bitch capped earlier, where you can't rely on your teammates. That VK3601 really wasn't that far from the cap, and he wasn't really doing anything about it. And he's elected not to actually go sniper mode here. He's going to real man that tank. And actually, if you guys saw that shot right there, it just shows the importance of the corner camping strategy. Yes, I know he wasn't corner camping there, but what you did see was an extreme angle on his side being shot at by that Easy 2. It's still a side armor. You think, oh, it's weak. Well, it's not, because of the angle he shot at. So if you imagine a building in front of where he was when he first got shot at, it would have been a good angle. But that just goes to show you how good side armor can be when it's used correctly. So right now it's just their platoon left alive. They at very least have brothers in arms unless they all get killed. They need 2 more kills if they want to achieve crucial contribution, which doesn't seem out of the question whatsoever at the moment, because all they've got left is 1 ally, and that is a T14, and he doesn't look all too good. And he's, or if I had a look now, he's actually at the docks. I don't know why. They need to be careful though here, because they could still lose if they're not careful. And Timberos is getting pushed in by that Churchill's superior damage speed. His reload time is just absolutely unbelievable for his tier. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage like the KV-1S does, and he should be zooming in right now if I were him, rather than doing that kind of shot again, because I know he has full HP, but they're at a great risk at the moment of losing because they have a lot of tanks with a lot of HP left. They're not going to get brothers in arms anymore, but they can still get crucial contributions, so that's good. It's a good shot on that KV-1, but as you can see, he's not an extremely good player, so they should be able to handle this quite handily if they don't mess up too badly, or RNG doesn't screw him up. That was a good guess shot here. Saw that he was about to move just before he disappeared and adjusted his shot accordingly. KV-1's not a quick tank. It's not going to get anywhere that quick. Now he's electing to kill this Churchill 1, which I don't know that I agree with, simply because he was in so much cover. Just deal with a Churchill that's in front of you. He's the higher tier 1. You want to kill him before anything else. And I have to say that was a little bit lucky that he got through the front armor of that Churchill there. It didn't look like he was going to get it, but he was able to get it. And there again, as you can see, the side armor is being absolutely pivotal in this duel to the death, as it were. He should be zooming in. I don't know why he's not zooming in. I often do that sometimes, and the laziness is not so great. Now, as you can see here, it's really close. I'm pretty sure they should be able to still win, because that Churchill hasn't noticed that GT Smoker is getting up behind him. And that T14's about to lose, but yeah, okay. GTS Smoker was able to get him. It's GT Smoker. I don't know why I keep saying GTS. But anyway, yeah. So that should be 13 kills out of the team. So very good game. They only 2 of their other teammates got 1 kill apart. So they got 13 out of 15 of the kills. Very good. He did 2,860 damage, which is very good for this tier. However, I do think, because he asked me to, don't think I'm being mean, he just asked me to help him a little bit, evaluate some things. I think he should have been a little bit more careful coming in. He still had quite a lot of time. He could have came in, be way more careful, waited for his allies. One thing people get too eager to do is when the game looks relatively secure, they come in one at a time, because one's really far back, and you don't want to wait, and they just go in and they get themselves killed, which is really what happened there. You've got to be really so careful about how you go and approach these kind of things. You really should wait for your allies. Especially if you've got time. If you've got like a minute left, okay, that's a different story. But when you've got quite a lot of time left, take your time, do things properly and safely. Also, his hill charge I don't agree with. The Churchill has a faster reloading gun, has superior armor, and I just feel like at a distance brawl, the Churchill was always going to win that fight. He should also have been zooming in, but regardless of all that, it was still a good battle. You did a lot, and it was really good. And congratulations on your crucial contribution. Not a lot of people have it. Still, it's not an easy award to get by any stretch of the imagination. 12 kills, and they got 13. So very, very well played. And thanks for sending in the replay, RKS. I appreciate it, and I hope to see more replays.